Hey there, Andrew. This is Rob Reynolds. I've corresponded with you a little bit on your site, and I had a little question. I wanted to show you something and maybe get some feedback from you. I've done a little bit of app scripting, but nowhere near to the level of what you're doing. And I used it to create a observation tool for administrators. And this is just a document that kind of gives the basic script that I used. I used a couple spreadsheet formulas, the import, range, and filter data, and that's kind of where I wanted to get some advice from you, is to see is there maybe a better way to do what I've done. Initially, I just used this simple script right here that would identify the form that was submitted values so that they could be then sent in an email to the teacher that was observed and give them some feedback. And a pretty straightforward, simple script that way. Since then, I've taken to using the form emailer script in the gallery that allows you to kind of add a little bit of bling to your form and make it easier for other teachers to or administrators to use. But here's the basic thing that I've set up, so let me jump over and show you that. I've made it so there is a master copy of where the form comes into, and it's just got headers with form questions basically, and those all populate in. And since then, what I did was create a separate tab for each teacher that as you can see has the filter data from the main sheet, so it's grabbing just the information for a single teacher. And the way I set that up is I have every teacher's name created across the bottom. Now, I'm in a school district that doesn't have a tremendous number of teachers. Most administrators have between 20 and 30 teachers maximum, smaller school districts. So I can see where that would be problematic if you had a lot of teachers. And the reason I set it up that way is so that I could perform the next step. So the next step is to then create a second document so that it can be shared individually with the teacher. So the share settings then get adjusted so that just that one teacher can see it, and it only has their data in it. And you'll notice I did that by just using an import range formula up here that imports the data from the sheet previously, so that it goes into just that one spreadsheet that the teacher can then have an archived version of every single walkthrough or evaluation that has been observation that's been done on them. So that's how I've done it, and in order to set it up I generally have to go in and kind of walk an administrator through setting up both the main script data and the triggers, and customizing their form, and then adjusting any of this text to go with their form. That's a plus. If I use the form emailers, I can have them do their form the way they want it, with all their questions the way they want, and then install the form emailer, and it will do the email part script, which is really all the script is doing. The whole document part is something separate from that, where I have them go in and create a separate teacher tab and then edit the data to include their teacher's email there. And you notice that that's how I've done it back here, is instead of teacher name I just put straight in their teacher email. I have on a few instances more recently with the form emailer script added, and I don't have it on this one, but add a formula column here that does a VLOOKUP for teacher emails, so that there's just one site or one extra tab that has a roster of teacher emails and teacher names, so that I can use teacher names here. For the most part, this seems kind of redundant. It allows you to put the name in here, but most of teacher emails are their name, so it's not a big deal, and it's just one extra step to do, but makes it look a little nicer and gives you their name that you can use in some forms and stuff. So that's what I've put together, and I'm curious to see if you have any ideas on how I might improve that script, or be able to make it easier to share out with other teachers. So look forward to hearing from you.